Okay, so I'm going to wait until some people connect. Yesterday there was some people who connected here on Facebook. Thank you so much. Even though I didn't have like the full setup yesterday, I did have the YouTube setup, and that was very good. So some people connected here, even though it was just like first time. And thank you for giving me props and thank you for keeping me accountable. As you know, what I'm doing here is I'm going to be going live every day, 4 days a week for 10 weeks. And this is so that I can finally conquer my fitness and diet because this full year, I haven't been able to. And I've been going through a lot of ideas or like change how, like I'm just like having all these thoughts that maybe the way I was doing things before was not just like it just doesn't apply to me anymore. And then also I noticed that a lot of people are going through the same things. I think that the pandemic definitely made us value life much more, value what matters. uh, and then I guess that was the reason why, like, the full all this time, I've been enjoying myself more. I've been focused more on just like not being so stressed out about everything, including food. And then that was at the beginning of the pandemic. I just stopped working out as often. Um, and then I just started drinking, like with family, with friends. And when I say drinking, I mean just enjoying wine because that's what I love. I love wine. I started drinking beer as well. Where the city that I live in has a lot of very good artisanal beer, so I started enjoying that. Spending more time by myself or working in I went back to engineering so that I was on the computer a lot. I am still on the computer a lot. So there was a lot of changes that made my uh, that made me like gain weight. But at the same time, I in that moment I think the full 2020 I was not very um, focused on losing weight. I was just going through the motions, I would say, but I was just like trying to figure out what I was going to do, um, who I was, and I feel like in 2020 I was given the opportunity to do many things that I couldn't do before, but I always wanted to do, such as focus on engineering, for instance. I always wanted to start programming more because I had so many ideas um, for apps and for things for dance. But like I was like always thinking, oh, if I knew how to program, how to code, I could how to code like what is now in fashion. Because back when I was in engineering, back in the day, the first time that I studied, those languages don't work anymore. So I remember that I was always traveling, and I was getting very tired of traveling because it turns out like I'm an introvert. So like being traveling all the time, and then also the fact that how maybe you guys know, maybe you don't know, that when I started becoming a professional dancer, when I started teaching abroad and just traveling so much, I was married. So by to me being divorced uh, and traveling so much was very confusing and was very just like not fulfilling because I was no longer traveling with my family. So then I was like, like never stable, never home, and without a husband. So I'm like, or without a boyfriend or without a family. And I was like, it was very just, I didn't like that much. I mean, I enjoyed it, but it was just not like what I wanted to do all like forever, right? So there was a time, I think by 2018 and then 2019, I was like, I was fed up with traveling, and I was like, I just want to stop traveling. I want to stay home. and then work from home, and then possibly like, have a stable relationship for my family, something like stable, like a normal person, right? But I couldn't do that because I was working always, my job was always traveling, right? So by the pandemic hitting and then me losing all my jobs, all my contracts, all my franchises and all that stuff, it forced me to like start building my, my work from home, right? So it was the best thing that ever happened to me because now it just forced me. It was kind of like the decision was made for me. So 2020, from 820 from March 2020 to December, I was just going through the motions, and I was just like actually working on my engineering degree, and also I was working on my. I started building my website, and then all these things that made it easy for me to now transition to working from home. Right now, I was forced to do that because that was all there was. Right, so I used all that time to do that, and I definitely did not use any time to lose weight or focus on like uh, being thin and being, like the whole thing. So at that point, I was like, it was just not my priority, right? But then by March of 2021, I was like, okay, now I'm gonna start losing weight because I'm gonna start. I started getting like contracts because I thought that I could work. I thought that I could cross the border, but so far, like even right now, we can't cross the border. So then I thought that I could, and then there were some people that like hired me to go and do an event, whatever. And I said, you know what? I don't want to go. That was another thing that happened. Like I always knew that I want to be more of a teacher, a coach, because that's what I think I excel in, and it really fulfills me. And I started focusing on that, and I'm just coming up with this incredible things, guys. Like, just feel my heart. It's just like I'm a really good teacher, and like I love teaching, and I see the transformation in my students, and it's like amazing. So I said, I want to be a teacher now. And if I travel, it's not going to be for shows, right? I'm not going to be putting on a costume and whatnot. So this promoter said, no, you have to come and do a show, just one. And I was like, oh crap. So this is March. The event was in July. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to lose weight for that event. But then a full year had passed, right? And guys, it was not easy for me. It was not easy. Like at the beginning, I thought it was just going to be like nothing because, I'm an expert in losing weight. I'm an expert in working out. I'm an expert like in being fit. It's like, it's something that I just do, right? It's so simple for me. And it's just what I do, what I've been doing in the past, I don't know, 2 decades. But this time was not easy to stay consistent. And it hasn't been. And it's been March, let me see, April, May, June, July, August, September. 6 months, guys, trying to like go in and out, going in and out with my diet and then my exercise regime. And just have not been able to do it because for different reasons, right? The one thing that I did was that this time I said, I'm not going to make myself wrong. I'm not going to push myself and then make myself wrong and be like, oh, why are you doing? I'm not going to get disappointed because I don't get anything from that. And then in the end, I need to be doing this for me, not for, like to fit into any standard because that's just like I'm done with that kind of stuff, right? So I said I'm not gonna disappoint myself, but I'm not also not gonna get disappointed. So I'm just going to be positive and compassionate about my process, right? And I'm gonna figure out why is it that I can't stay committed to this to this losing weight business, right? So then I started documenting, like every time that I ate, like that I wanted to eat sugar or I wanted to eat. Actually, my issue is drinking wine, and that's what was like the very first thing that made me like every time that I drink wine, I want to eat cheese and I want to eat like whatever. And then I started just like being observant of that. So that was the very first stage. I started being observant of when is it that I'm craving the wine, the cheese, the fat, the all that stuff, the sugar. And then I realized that it was a lot of it was like emotional, as in like if I was feeling like I wanted to just relax and just enjoy myself, I equated that to drinking wine and eating sugar. Also, when I felt like when I had to do exams or I was like nervous about something, same thing. I felt overwhelmed, like little things here and there, you know. So I realized after all this 6 months that the sugar and then the whole thing is not easy for me to quit because I don't have a reason for it because I'd rather be happy. I don't know if that makes sense. And I used to not be that way because for me it was a priority. So for me it was like, okay, I can delay gratification for later, for like next month, because right now in those times, right now the pain of not fitting in my outfit or being too heavy on the stage is is heavier than the pain of not eating that sugar. And now in this time of year or in this stage in my life, it's been different, right? Because now it's like I just want to rest. And then I started dating this guy in January, right? So this whole year has been one of just like being happy and relaxed and just being nice to myself. And then my boyfriend is a chef, so you can just imagine. And we go to the wine country all the time, and it's like life is good, you know. But then I still need to lose weight. So then I thought, okay, so what I'm gonna do in this time, this is the reason why, long story short, this is the reason why you guys are here, because I am doing this program in which I am having you guys help me stay accountable. And I'm gonna be going live so that I can, if I know that I have to come here and then tell you guys what I did, show you guys that I'm working out, and show you my plans. And also, what I added was that I'm going to be telling you what I ate during the day. Right now it's 5:30. It's 5:45 actually. Uh, and so I'm gonna stop eating today because today I have a date. My boyfriend is coming over and he's gonna cook for me. And then so today is gonna be a challenge for me, and I'm gonna write it over here. But like so far, this is what I've eaten. So if you guys have seen this, this is a form that I made for all of us to download. This form really helps me. It used to help me a lot back in the day. It was very easy for me to use it, and just very, it makes you, it pushes you to be accountable, and then you're more, you create more conscience of what you're eating. So this week it's only going to be just like easy. Even though working out is easy, it's not going to be about losing weight. It's just going to be about staying consistent. Same thing with the food. All I'm going to do is just track what I eat. And all I'm going to do is just track how I feel and what makes me eat and what makes me not eat. And in all honesty, guys, I'm already very like, right now I'm in the process. I can already feel that I'm in the process of like being good at eating. So it's not like, because I feel like because I'm having to do this in front of you guys, I'm not gonna be able to. I'm not gonna be prone to messing up. But I usually mess up. Like as I told you, it's been a full year and a half of me just not being able to stay consistent. So this time today, I'm not measuring my food. It's just I'm just adding what time I eat, what day is of the week, because once you do this, you start noticing patterns of days, and then that's gonna give you a good idea of what triggers you. If you're always in a social situation, or always in a something happens every Wednesday, that's when you start getting more hungry. Then you're gonna start like figuring out that Wednesdays there's something that is triggering your hunger, or whatever. So you'll find patterns. So that's the reason why I put what day of the week is it? Not only the date, but the day of the week, right? Then I have the date. Then I have the time that I eat my food. Then I track what I ate, and then what food group is it, right? So in the one that I have down there, I added a little dairy. So I added like a little milk thing, but mine doesn't have it, but it will have it next week. So at 8 in the morning, I had coffee and Ezekiel bread with ghee, which is butter, clarified butter. So that counts for one oil and one carb. Then I had eggs at 11, eggs with vegetables and cheese. That counts for one dairy, one vegetable, and one protein. And then at 2:45, I had arugula with hummus and chicken, and that counts for one vegetable. I'm actually gonna put two because I had a lot of arugula. And then one protein and one oil because I'm having hummus be oil, not carbs. Then over here, I've had 3 glasses of water only, you guys, and I noticed that the only reason why I had water was because I remembered about this, and I was like, oh crap, I gotta drink water. So that means that for tomorrow, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put an alarm, because I noticed now that I'm like being aware, I noticed that I just don't get thirsty. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to put alarms every hour to drink a glass of water. So that's the reason why like this helps me to figure out. So it's not about like, oh, how good am I being today, or how bad am I being today. It's about like figuring out what works and what doesn't work. So, and by the end of this thing, I'm going to be doing 4, because I'm gonna have 2 bottles of water. So I'm gonna do more, and then by the end of today, I will see if what I eat at night, guys. That's gonna be challenging for me. So I'm gonna see, and then I'm gonna write down here what is it that I was feeling when I was. Why did I choose to do certain things, and why did I choose to not do certain things? I'm gonna figure it out tonight, and I'm just gonna write it down, and then that's it. And then I'm gonna have the totals, and tomorrow I'm gonna come back and then show you guys what because yesterday I did I finished my tracking thing, and actually I wasn't hungry after I worked out, so I didn't eat anything. But yeah, so we're almost done, guys. As I said, I'm going to do 30 minutes. Okay, so 20 minutes of just me talking and just me doing this, like slow. Let me see. Banners. I'm almost done with this, with the 20 minutes of just like spinning and talking. That's what I'm gonna do today, I think. Okay, I'm gonna do 30 minutes. But guys, my butt hurts. It's because the spinning is like, it hurts. I see some of you guys connected. Say something. Let me see. Say hello, you guys. Yesterday there was people connected on YouTube, and I didn't see them until I was done with the transmission. That was embarrassing. Tell me what you guys are doing to, if you guys are not on a diet, or if you guys are like on a, are doing exercise or whatever. So in January, we will do this all together. We're going to do a challenge. So this 3 months, I'm going to be checking out what works, what doesn't work. And then I'm going to be able to have you guys do this with me. Like maybe I'll just set up some like Zoom meetings and embed them over here. Something where we can all get together and then work out at the same time. Or maybe I'll just have my trainers join us. I don't know. I still don't have a trainer right now. And I'm going to, so if anyone wants to, then if anyone wants to train me, you guys are welcome to pick a week and then train me for the full week. It says, apenas estoy empezando a ir al gym, llevo un par de días, no he podido hacer mucha dieta, empiezo muy bien en la mañana y en la noche la pierdo. Lo mismo me pasa a mí, y por eso, mira, cuando quieras, cuando ya te tengas, cuando ya quieras estar, como que ya te quieras decidir hacerlo, baja este ya lo puse ahí, y empieza a hacer como tracking de lo que estás, de lo que comes, a qué horas te lo comes. Y luego te vas a dar cuenta, cuando ya lleves varios, vas a decir, ¿por qué me está dando hambre en la noche? En la mañana empiezo bien y en la noche no. Entonces, ¿por qué? Ya cuando ya llevas muchos, ya te vas a ir dar cuenta, es por esto, es por lo otro. Y también vas a encontrar, ¿sabes qué? Por ejemplo, si un día te das cuenta que no tienes tanta hambre, a lo mejor era porque tomaste mucha agua, o a lo mejor era porque alguna de las comidas que comiste más temprano era más, te llenaba más. Entonces vas a ir encontrando como que una formulita. Pero por eso sirve, es que esto, aunque no lo creas, es que sí sirve un montón. Así que bájalo. Fíjate que aquí no dice tu nombre. No me dice tu nombre, dice nada más Facebook user. Dice gracias. ¿Cómo te llamas? Ponle ahí como, porque es que no me sale tu nombre. Está bien mal esta cosa. Pero sí, ándale, bájalo y luego ya mañana, si quieres, te metes otra vez. O sea, aunque hagas ejercicio o no, no importa. Y seguimos platicando. Carla, muy bien. Muchas gracias, Carla. Sí, mañana seguimos así platicando, lo miras o le pones ahí el comentario. Y a mí me sirve un montón que ustedes se metan y que me estén echando aquí porras, porque la cosa es que de esta manera, si yo sé que tengo que venir y que ustedes me van a ver, no voy a faltar. Lo mismo va a pasar con ustedes, ya van a ver. Luego también, si sé que tengo que enseñarles esto, la cosa va a cambiar. No me voy a poner no me voy a poner a comer tantas cochinadas. Ayer me pesé, me voy a pesar todos los lunes aquí, o sea, no me voy a pesar en otro lugar, me voy a pesar aquí con ustedes, como ayer, y pesé 78.5 kilos, es un montón. Realmente no es, yo pensaba que había subido 30 libras, pero no, yo pienso que subí como 40 libras en un año y medio. Entonces, pues voy a ver qué tanto bajo, unas 15 libras, unas 20 libras, es suficiente. A mí lo que me importa ahorita es, Carla Treviño, muchas gracias, dice que es mi fan. Dice, le voy a bajar este momento. Muy bien. Muchas gracias. Eso me hace muchísimo, muchísima ayuda. Carlita, tú no eres mi amiga, la de hace mucho, que eres maestra de yoga, porque es que también tengo varias amigas que se llaman Carla Treviño, pero no sé si eres tú esa. Y lo que pasa es que sí, muchachos, ayuda un montón esto de estarnos echando porras porque uno siempre se da una segunda oportunidad, una tercera, cuarta, quinta, todas las oportunidades que existan, porque siempre se puede, ¿ok? Siempre se puede, entonces, y vale la pena. Casi llegamos a los 30 minutos. Ahorita los 30 minutos, so you guys, when you come in, sign in, just say if you want this to be in English or Spanish, so that I can continue talking to you. I was talking to Carla, and she says that she was telling me that in the morning she feels like she can continue, she can keep up with her diet, and then at night is when she loses it. And then I was telling her to download this because this really helps. And then that way, when you do a lot of these, like you have already like 10 of them, then you realize what is causing you to eat at night, right? So then you realize that one day you're like, I was not hungry at night. So then you figure out what is it that you ate during the day that help you not get hungry, right? Or you just find patterns. You're like, oh, now I'm understanding why, so that I'm always hungry at night is because this and this and this event happens during the day, or I'm eating this during the day, or maybe I should start eating this during the day so that I can stop being hungry at night. Stuff like that. So it's just like, it's very good because it gives you a way to track and then figure out what works and what doesn't work for you. So each one of us is different. And I will be adding here my diet once I go on a diet, because right now I'm not on a diet. Right now I'm just figuring out what works for me, okay? Because in my case, I eat very well and I know what to eat and the whole thing, but my issue is not the what to eat, but my issue is that I can't stop. So far, I haven't been able to stop from going out, like from drinking wine when I'm with my boyfriend or with my family. I haven't been able to just be there and then not drink wine. And then when I drink wine, then I want to eat cheese and stuff like that. So I'll figure out. Today is going to be my first challenge, and I'm going to figure it out. ¿Qué dice? Soy otra Carla de Monterrey. Sí, pero dice, yo pienso lo mismo. Fíjate que dejé de bailar desde que empezó la pandemia, igual yo, y subí muchísimo y perdí toda la condición del mundo, yo también. Estoy apenas empezando, pero creo que lo más difícil es aceptarte como eres, como estás en este momento, y darle oportunidad a tu cuerpo, porque no puede hacer cosas que antes sí podía. No sé muy bien qué hacer. En general me dan una rutina del gym, pero no sé si sea la mejor. Luego ponen unas muy genéricas. Sí, mira, Carla, hazle como yo. Yo te voy a decir lo que yo estoy haciendo. Esta semana no estoy haciendo ejercicio así. Ahorita vas a ver, por ejemplo, ahorita estoy haciendo media hora nada más así de cardio, ¿ok? Nada más. Y ahorita me voy a salir y voy a hacer ejercicio funcional y súper sencillo. ¿Por qué? Porque ahorita lo que importa no es qué ejercicios hacer. Lo que importa nada más es mantenerme en el gimnasio, mantenerme haciendo ejercicio por 1 hora. Entonces, si hago media hora de cardio y media hora de ejercicio funcional, aunque sea lo que sea, lo que importa es agarrarle el ritmo. Y luego ya, cuando ya le agarras el ritmo, entonces ya empiezas a buscar rutinas de ejercicio, y la que hagas te va a servir, o sea, le vas cambiando y así. Pero al principio te recomiendo que nada más hagas media hora, 20 minutos, y cuando ya tengas una semana haciéndolo sin parar y que no faltes al gimnasio, porque eso lo puedes tratar muchas veces. Esto te puede, a mí me ha pasado 1,000,000 de veces que duro 2 días y al tercer día ya no puedo ir o ya no quiero ir. Y por eso estoy haciendo esto, porque precisamente quiero estar forzada a hacer ejercicio, para que me entiendan. Entonces yo, por ejemplo, esta semana no tiene nada de dificultad lo que estoy haciendo, todo está sencillo y ya la próxima semana ya voy a poner más cosas. Si quieres, pues ponte a hacer al mismo tiempo que yo estoy haciendo cardio, tú ponte a hacer cualquier cardio, no sé si tengas una caminadora en tu casa o algo así, y luego ahorita en el ejercicio funcional, ya te pones con tus pesitas. Yo ahorita en ejercicio funcional lo voy a hacer, ahorita voy a parar como en un minuto y voy a regresar en 5 minutos y voy a hacer sentadillas y lagartijas nada más, ¿ok? Entonces solamente necesitarías pues unas pesitas chiquitas y un tapete, ¿ok? Sentadillas, lagartijas y abdominales voy a hacer, nada más. Súper sencillo. 3 de cada uno, ¿ok? Entonces, súper sencillo y bueno, pues nos vemos entonces. See you guys in 5 minutes. I already finished. Sí, mira, dice, voy a hacerlo contigo, está súper bien. Nos vemos aquí entonces, Carlita, me vas a ayudar mucho, porque ahora sí con más ganas lo voy a hacer porque tengo aquí una cita contigo. Nos vamos a ir, okay. Okay, guys, so we're going to be moving on to functional training. So I'm going to close this one. And I already did 32 minutes of spinning, like lightweight. And then I'm going to go and do the functional training. It's just going to be sit-ups sit-ups, yeah, push-ups and squats. That's it. That's all I'm going to do for 30 minutes. So I'll see you guys in 5 minutes, okay? Because I'm going to just switch to the other side of the set. And I'm going to just prepare my stuff. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here and helping.